Hey, what's up, everybody? Had a bunch of requests to explain just the difference of fighting pro in America versus pro in Thailand. So, a few things are before the fight. In Thailand, when I fought at Rajadamnern, they would have the weigh-ins the day of the fight around 6 a.m., I think it was, 6:30 a.m. You would weigh in, and there is no allowance at all. So if the agreed weight is in pounds, it's never in kilos at the big stadiums, just so you can get into the little increments. So even if you're like 0.10 over the weight, you would have to put on a sauna suit and just jog around the empty stadium and then come back, check your weight, usually naked on the scale, just to make sure you're dead on or even under the limit. So that's one difference. Usually in America, you always have a 1 pound allowance unless it's a title fight. Then also you have to be dead on the weight. So that's one difference. In America, you check your weight the day before the fight so you can rehydrate for probably 36 hours before the fight. So you can really cut a ton of water weight. I never have, normally 9 or 10 pounds only, which is not super healthy and it sucks. But I'm willing to cut a little bit more if there would be anybody around 54 kilos to fight, but 55 is already hard enough to find anybody. Another difference, other than the weigh-ins, is a lot of promotions will have almost like a mini press conference, nothing huge like the UFC, but did a virtual interview with the promoter for this fight at Freedom, maybe a week out from the fight, and then after the weigh-ins, the day before the fight, there was like a press conference just asking questions and whatnot. In Thailand, there's maybe a few interviews from the Thai sports writers. They'll ask you after weigh-ins as well that morning. If you don't have a translator, good luck. I speak a little bit of Thai, so I could kind of answer them, but it wasn't the greatest. But I wouldn't say it's a press conference. They just kind of record on their phones and then post it on their YouTube videos when they ask you questions at like Raja or Lumpini or something. So the promotion of itself, of the fight, is different that way as well. Here in America, as a pro, you have to sell tickets, sell. Otherwise, you may not get much of a fight purse, if at all. So it's kind of annoying that way. The sport just isn't huge in this country, so that's mainly the reason why. Over in Thailand, people are always going to be watching it, whether Thai people, gamblers, or, of course, foreigners. So the promoters will pay you regardless. You don't have to promote yourself at all. You don't have to sell tickets at all in Thailand. It's just you do your training. That's all you do. Cut your weight, and then you hydrate and fight. If you fight locally, which I did mostly, there is no checking weight. They get your opponent about your natural weight. It could fluctuate 1, 2, 3 kilos, just depending. The promoter will ask your gym how much you weigh. You step on the scale at the gym, and then they'll call your opponent's gym and see how much they weigh. And if it's dead on or really close, then, they'll match up the fight and just fight a couple days later. It's cool. It's really relaxed and sabay, as they say. What else is different? Judging can be different, especially if there's gambling involved, like at the big stadiums. But if you fight locally in Chiang Mai, like I did a lot, or Lampang, or, another one of the 100 cities that have boxing rings around Thailand, it's not really gambling, so it's not going to change the judging and the scoring and whatnot, but still, it's a little bit different. Not way different, but a little bit different. Clinching is going to score the most. Knees, body kicks are pretty high, but just a little bit behind that. I've seen fights where a guy would clinch and win those exchanges, and then he'd kind of be losing on the outside, but still win the fight, because that's what just scores higher in Thailand. punches are pretty much scored the same as any other attack here in America, which is whack, if you ask me. Sure, if you're dazing the guy and knocking his head back and doing real damage, then yeah, it should score higher. But that's how it is, you know, in Thailand. But here, if you're just aggressive and you're attacking more, even if it's not doing a lot of damage, a lot of times you'll win fights that way. They're just less technically based. It's more of attacking volume, but still knocking your opponent off balance is counting for something over here in America. But the intricacies of clinching, like straight knees versus curved knees versus, you know, you name it, a neck lock, breaking a posture, stuff like that, isn't going to really change the scores on the judges out here in the West. It's a big, huge thing over there in Thailand, for sure. If you're breaking somebody's posture, that's already scoring for you. If you sweep somebody, if a fight is pretty close and you're sweeping the guy once or twice around, you're winning. I was told by the ISKA judges, if somebody kicks you and then you sweep them, it's even, 1 for 1, which is silly. That's just not how it works over there. So yeah, those are most of the differences. Another last one is, like, behind in the dressing room, the fighters will be next to each other getting like the oil massage and just warming up, getting their hands wrapped. In Thailand, here they want to separate blue corner from red corner, so you don't really see each other too much until you step into the ring. That's another one of the differences. Hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching.